Alright y'all, welcome back to the channel. Today is a bittersweet day because today we're going to be reacting to another Tool album, which is Inoculum. But we're also going to be ending the discography deep dive series, man. It's been so crazy. The journey has been insane. Y'all have showed a lot of love, especially for the Ladderless reaction and the Anima reaction. Y'all showed a lot of love and I really do appreciate that. Now this deep dive kind of, came in a time in my life where it's very therapeutic. I've been mentioning in all the reactions that I am a very big overthinker, but I don't necessarily get to expand on those thoughts too much, right? So I have all these thoughts pop up, but I never get to dive into them. They're all like separate thoughts. But when it comes to Tool and the shit that I think about and they talk about, I get to sit down for a full 2 hours in front of a camera and really dive into them. And really get that. I don't really get that space in my personal life. I'm way too busy. I'm either working my 9 to 5, doing YouTube videos, or doing other shit. So whenever this album comes on the gym, or these albums I should say, I feel kind of more, I don't know how to explain it. You get that sense of, yeah, I'm about to kill some shit in this gym, but at the same time, man, you really don't get to really think in the gym. It's more like dialed in. So when I do these reactions, man, it's been very helpful. But anyways, man, I'm not going to talk too much for the intro. Y'all know the deal. If you enjoy the content, please consider signing up to the Patreon. The sole reason why I'm able to continue to make content, but honestly, just you being here really means a lot to me. Now, I do plan to do 2 videos in the future. One, kind of, describing my experience reactions to Tool and what I've learned, and a separate video of me ranking their albums. So if you're excited for that, let me know in the comments. Make sure you stay tuned for that. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into the reaction. Okay, we got track 1, which is Inoculum. Let's do it. Come on, man. It's starting off right away. I was actually talking to an older coworker of mine, and he asked me what I was listening to, and I said Tool. And I was trying to describe it to him, and I was like, his music, I said Tool's music is very atmospheric, but it's hard to describe this section to somebody. Like, listen to this. How would you describe this to somebody that has no idea who the band Tool is? Those drums. You see, because they be building their songs layer by layer. Nice. You can hear this song get a lot more suspenseful as it continues on. Yeah, it was going up, and then it kind of came down a little bit. See, that section was very interesting. I'm telling you, those drums are crazy. I feel like with this song, it blends obviously what they've been doing for their previous works, but also some culture stuff, specifically with the drums. I'm not sure which culture they're pulling from, and I don't want to be like loud and raw, but it's the drum pattern. I feel like they're playing with a certain type of drum. I just don't know the name. You could say bongos, right? But there's other kinds of drums that are similar to that. There's one that starts with a D, J, and then I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's an African drum. I feel like they might be playing one of those kinds. I could be wrong too because I don't know that much about drums, but from all their albums, man, the drummer be going insane. They also use a lot of words you won't normally use in songs. Oh shit. Oh man. Oh, come on, let's go. Come on, man. Come on. I tell you what, the instrumentation for the band as a whole, especially the guitars, they all know how to just come together and put you like in this other world. I like that delivery a lot. because it's like an apocalyptic delivery, and when you have this sort of atmospheric psychedelic instrumental, it just works hand in hand. Telling you, man. I don't have the same speed as the drummer, man. To the very end, they're gonna keep going. Now, if they would have done one more, that would have been so crazy. But that track was really nice. That was really good. Now, I'm not sure if it's just me now, or like I've been getting used to reacting to their discography and listening to them on my own time, that I've been getting used to them, I guess. You know, I'm not really used to them, but if you get what I'm saying, I feel like that was their more, for a new listener, new to the genre, they're more, it's a more palatable first track for a new listener, if you get what I'm saying. Because I've been reacting to all their albums, so maybe I'm just used to it now. But at the same time, that was a track where it wasn't as abruptive and chaotic as, you know, some of the other tracks are. But it was really fucking good, to say the least. Now, it's really hard to describe what I want to say. I guess I could start by talking about the lyrics, like overcoming fear and just like negativity. But they also have this psychological, you know, talking point within their music a lot, so that is always going to be in there, some sort of manipulation or some kind of corruption. But that was a very slow building but very hypnotic track, so that's why it might be a little bit more palatable, because it was very slow building. You can hear it getting built layer by layer, brick by brick, and then you have the layered instrumentation. Now, there's a lot of, you know, a lot of stuff to really point out, whether it's the guitar or the bass, but I feel like what really shines here is the drums and the different use of different drums, as well as the different tempos. Granted, I'm a guitar player, so I'm always gonna hear the guitar, but the guitar on this track served more as a hypnotic feature, and the drums are more so like, all right, let's break out of this hypnosis, but also still stay within it. I'm not sure if that makes any sense. And then the vocals, you can never go wrong with those vocals, man. They help you get into that lost world, so that was really nice. But now moving on to track 2, which is, I don't know how to say it, but I think it's Numia. Because I know pneumonia, but I know pneumonia. I don't know how to say it, bro. Whatever. Track 2. To even come up with the idea to make something like this, and to know what vibe you want to go for. Oh, damn. That staccato type playing for the guitar is amazing paired with the drums. Dun, dun, dun.
Out and beyond this flesh, become human. We are will ever wonder about you. Recall, remember.
Yeah, the stacking of the vocals or like a slight delay. Yo, the different sections in their song, the way they get you into different places.
Child, wake up. Child, release the light. Wake up now, child. Wake up. Child, release the light. Wake up now, child.
They've really gotten into
About you, this flesh, this guise, this mask.
they've really gotten into more of a let's dive into this deep, darker world. Even though all their music's pretty deep and dark and into this different atmosphere, but this one is a little bit more of a. This is gonna sound crazy. Stripped back version of them, which is pretty cool. This is one where you definitely close your eyes to, or so far with these two tracks, you just close your eyes to, and just let yourself, like as the comments have been telling me, spiral out, which is a really good way to put it.
This dream, wake up, remember, we are born out of one breath, one word, we are all one spark, sun becoming.
I really like this part right here. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. That little high pitched sound, I literally just got lost for a little bit. Tempo changes are always really great. Bro, I gotta get myself some drums like this. That is crazy. There you go. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's like they go faster. How can you go even faster? And then they show you faster. That is crazy. That is nice.
Reach out beyond. Wake up, remember, we are born of one breath, one word. We are all one spark, eyes full of wonder.
Down. Yo, that guitar is crazy. Yo, I tell you, the pairing with that guitar and these drums. You know, as I react to their discography and this song in particular, they do have a lot of sections of their songs where they let it breathe. They let the instrumental kind of rock for a very good while, and I think that's part of one of the reasons why at least I love them is because you have the vocal section which everybody can close their eyes to and get lost to, but when you have the instrumentation just rock out by itself, it really allows you to get immersed in the music and really feel every single part of the instrumental, whether it's the guitars or the drums or whatever's going on in the background, that bass or whatever kind of psychedelic stuff they got. Right now with that one, Numa, it was more like a spiritual connection type track. Some shared humanity stuff. I don't know how to really go into in depth of it. A lot of these topics are very abstract in a sense. Like you can say so much underneath that one topic, like consciousness, for example. But that one was very like expansive in terms of the rhythmic sections of this song. I think the guitar and just like those bass lines, plus I mean everything is like on point. But me being a guitar player and hearing that guitar go crazy, which is really nice. But then you also hear those drums. I don't even play drums, but I know like a tiny bit of drums. Man, I'm telling you, I'm heavily impressed. Every time I listen to it, it makes me want to learn how to play drums. But I don't think I can get to that level of speed. That is pretty fast. I've seen clips of Sugarfoot, the drummer, and him playing Smooth Criminal. Obviously, a way different style of music than this, right? But when I see him, catch the snares or whatever the hell he's doing, that's crazy fast. I know you can practice to get to that, but man, I just would rather spend my time, practicing the guitar. That is extremely tough, just looking at it. But now moving on to track 3, which is track 3 is Latini contre le pure. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna search it up. Litany against fear. The phrase is best known as the iconic mental mantra from Frank Herbert's Dune. In the story, the Bene Gesserit use it to calm their minds. You see, again, how do I explain this to somebody in their mid-40s? When my coworker asked me, how does Tool sound like? I literally told him, you just gotta listen. I can't really explain it to you. So I guess that was a track meant to calm your minds. I guess. I'm not really sure. I don't really know how to go from here. Kind of served as an interlude in a sense, even though it's only track 3. But track 1 and 2 were both like 10 minutes plus. So I'm gonna let it rock into the next track, which is track 4, I believe. Invincible. You see, they always start off with a lot of suspense too. There's some times where they are hard hitting off the bat, like smack you in the face. But they have a good amount of songs where they let it build up. I feel like they should be in the studio with like random shit and make sounds and put it into the music. Cause to come up to have the idea to have that in your song, like how does that spawn?
Longing for another wind. Lurching to the fray, weapon out and belly in. Warrior, struggling.
That drum pattern was different. I expected something else. Yeah, it's a very awkward drum pattern, but it works.
Beating chest and drums, beating giant bones again. Age-old battle mine, weapon out and belly in.
You see how you can close your eyes and then bring in a different layer? Now you're just kind of moving through space.
A tale told of battles won, of things we've done. Caligula grin.
They do things you don't expect. Like you expected that to happen one more time, the dun, but it never did.
Beating tired bones, tripping through, remember when. Was invincible, now the armor's
I think that effect in music is so fire.
heavy shield down.
Where it sounds like the vocals are getting grabbed to the side. They beating tired bones.
A warrior, struggling to remain relevant. A warrior, struggling to remain
Sheesh. I'm telling you. That is insane. That is disgusting. Damn. Dun 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 dun. This section right here. God, wow. Oof, wow. Oof. That is insane. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Nice. Because you were expecting another switch right there, but it didn't happen. It just kind of kept going. There it is. There's a switch. Oh. this, wow. Man, that is insane. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, Invincible. I feel like this album so far, so 4 tracks in, it's their most, again, I said it earlier, it's their most palatable for somebody who's new to the genre. Because it's more so geared towards getting you into this one. I mean, their albums all do that. That's the thing. I would say this. If I was to, because again, I'm an R&B guy. So you can see how this is crazy. If I was to tell another R&B person how to get into Tool, I would say start off with either this album or 10,000 Days. And then I would have them start off with their debut. And then either Lateralist or Anima, depending on kind of like their subject matter taste, right? I feel like, as I started off with Anima, and that was extremely aggressive for me to really start off with, right? That was insane. But I'm also, you can see by the end of that reaction, I was very mentally drained at the end of it, and I literally said it too in the video. I was like, yo, this is a lot, and I had to sit with it for a very long time before kind of understanding it. But for other people, they hear an album 1, maybe 2 times and they're done with it. Me, I don't really do that. I like to listen to it an extended period of time, because I usually find when I do that, it's not that I'm forcing myself to like the music. It's just that I understand certain decisions a lot better. So for example, one of my favorite albums of all time is Frank Ocean Blonde. You know, way different sound than this one. But I didn't like that album. The first 3 to 5 times I liked it. I mean, I listened to it. I didn't like it. I mean, I knew there were some aspects that I liked, but I was like, why would I go back to this pretty often? And why did you make that? Because I come from an understanding of why would the artist do that rather than is it good or bad sometimes. And next thing you know, it's like a top 2 album in my personal life that I fucking love. But anyways, back to the track, Invincible. So it's pretty. It was cool about them is their tracks really are in connection with the lyrics. You know, sometimes it can be a little bit hard to kind of put 2 and 2 together. But when it comes to Invincible, like, you think you're invincible, you're gonna age, you're gonna, struggle with this personal decline, right? But the way they go about it in the music with the lyrics, because these songs are extremely long, and how they go about it and painting the picture and kind of moving forward with that kind of whole subject matter, that is another way to be commended. To talk about one specific thing for that amount of period of time and still have the listeners, mind be consumed by it, that's a talent in itself. Now, that was another gradual atmospheric track. I feel a lot of these tracks are more gradual. They kind of ease you into the chaoticness sometimes, rather the other ones, they do that as well, but it's a lot more hard-hitting and aggressive. So this one, I feel like this album so far is a little bit more palatable because it's a lot more gradual and it takes its time. It's slower on you. But then it leads into that, very powerful guitar-driven part that's amazing to me. Again, I love guitar, so when I heard that, I was, yeah, that's fire. But now moving on to track 5, which is Legion Inoculum. It's another interlude kind of track. Where the hell are we? There's those whisperings in the background, and I was like, it sounds like a wave washing over. You know, sometimes when I listen to Tool, there's two spots that I stare at. It's right here at the center of my desk, and right here in front of my wall. Those are the two spots where I stare at the most, but they get me lost. For this album, I've been staring at the desk a lot. Okay, so that one was an interlude in a sense. So track 6 is Descending. I feel like all the tracks in here have been at least 10 minutes. The ones with lyrics. Yeah. Yeah, this one sounds like we're in water. Now that part sounded like cars were passing by. But now we're back to water. These riffs they come up with, man, I don't. Bro, I literally just opened my eyes and I had to get used to just being here.
Come our
See, when you use like vocabulary like they use, when it comes to consciousness and just a deep sense of feeling, it's like, how can you just listen to this casually? They can really get you into like a midlife crisis sometimes. Dum 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 dum. Their music is always serious, but this section right here, it got really real. I don't know how to explain that, but that is insane. That is pretty crazy. That is literally just like, oh wow. That section literally grabbed my brain and went like this. But what? The crazy thing is there's still 5 minutes left into the song. As if like my head doesn't already feel like what's going on right now. This shit is tripping me out. Bro. See, I want to know what makes me keep going. Oh, wow. I want to know what keeps them wanting to keep continuing on. That guitar is nasty. Because the song could have ended like 5 minutes ago. And it would have been a really great song, and it still is a really great song. What makes them keep going is the thing. And when do you know when to switch it up? When to change the tempo? Oh yeah, come on. Yeah, as a guitar player, man. Oh wow. Because they can honestly keep going for another 40 minutes. Because of the way they're able to continuously change the tempos and just move on. And still make it seem seamless. Yeah, man, I would love to talk to them and be like, yo, how and why? And then you end it with the waves and shit. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was one of those tracks where, well, a lot of this album you just close your eyes to, and you're not here. And I can say that for every single one of their albums, and I have been saying it, but this one is a little bit more gradual. So when you actually close your eyes, you're there for a very prolonged time. And I'm probably not making any sense, but a lot of these songs are very massively slow burns, which is a really good thing in terms of just me as an R&B listener. But their dynamics within the track is very cinematic, and they also have a lot of different things going on. But that guitar, man, was very emotional, very just that guitar has some feelings that I needed to get off his chest. All right, that's what I would say about that guitar. That was pretty amazing. And Descending, another pretty heavy subject matter when it comes to just humanity descending in a sense, the collapse of just of it all, and needing to like wake up, like what the hell are you doing, And we can get into a whole kind of humanitarian kind of lecture about every Tool song and dissect it word by word by word, but we'll be here for an eternity. If we were to dissect every Tool song right now, or at least me, and talk about it in depthly, man, this video will probably never be finished. I'll probably be here for hours and hours and hours for each individual song. But man, when I listen to these songs, it's one thing on the production side to get very lost, but also to listen to the words and be like, yo, what? You get what I'm saying? But track 7 is Calling Voices. I'm looking at the first line right here. Like, look at that first line. It's like when the song goes on and they build it layer by layer, each layer is supposed to activate a different portion of your brain. And this one is 10 minutes long too. This one's 15.
Disembodied voices deep in mine, suspicious tendencies, conversations we've never had, imagined interplay, psychopathy. Don't you dare point that at me. Hated altercations we'll never had. So I'm told.
Bro, it's like that guitar is playing piano.
Psychopathy misleading me over and over and over. Judge, condemn, and banish any and everyone.
Sometimes they leave off on a line that's like, damn. If you ever played Black Ops Zombies, I'm talking about the first Black Ops with Dempsey, Richtofen, Nikolai, and Takeo. I feel like they would be listening to Tool while fighting zombies. Like, this is the music I only see them listening to. And whatever Call of Duty Origins was in. Dog, if I were to play zombies listening to Tool, wow, that would have been wow. Yeah, this is perfect. Like, stay up late night and just think about everything. Bro, Tool makes me want to learn how to play drums, man. Because if you are a drummer and you can play Tool songs, I'm willing to bet you're pretty freaking good at drums. Like, pretty freaking good. You know how some songs are beginner songs? Yeah, Tool. There's no beginner Tool song, I think. And this is just from me listening. I like the guitar matching the melody too. They have that a lot in their music, where it sounds like it's feedback coming from like a guitar amp or the guitar getting close to an amp. I'm not sure how you directly make that sound, but it's a very high pitch. It could be just like letting one of the strings ring out after you hit it, or maybe actually putting the guitar close to an amp. Yeah, culling voices. It's really hard for me to pick a song that I like the most from this album. They're all pretty good. For me, what I feel like when I listen to this album so far is that a lot of these songs can just seamlessly flow through each other, and it just seems like once it's like reading a book with, but it's different chapters, right? So calling voices. Let me just focus on the song real quick. Um, like paranoia, distrust, and your inner voices and your thoughts, right? But another song where it's crazy to say this word with Tool, but minimal and slow burning, like gradual evolution within the track. Obviously, as you move to the track, there's like heavier, aggressive sections, right? But I feel like it's hard to choose my favorites so far on this album because a lot of these songs are slow burns. So when you get into the real nitty gritty part of the song, it's for a section, and then they go back into the slow burn part. And I feel like the way these songs end move seamlessly into the other tracks without there being a very blatant transition, right? So this is more like, I would say this their most cohesive project so far. But I really do really am enjoying these songs. This is probably the chillest Tool reaction. Maybe it's because I've gotten used to their music in a sense. But I'm thinking I don't think it's just me, but this is more of a because this album came out in 2019. The last album, if I remember correctly, so it's been probably 10 plus years. Yeah, this is I don't know how to explain this one. I think the way I said it earlier, the way I would, show another person who listens to R&B Tool, I would have them start with Fear, Inoculum, or 10,000 Days first, just because it's a little bit more palatable to a casual listener. I gotta figure out a way to really, tell you what I'm thinking, because this album is pretty good, but I'm also very chill and laid back. Even in my own nature as a person in real life, I'm a pretty chill person. But this album is definitely like sparking shit in my brain that I just can't really, come up with the words and say what I mean. Okay, next track is Chocolate Chip Trip. Okay, this one doesn't have no lyrics either. A lot of the people in the comments were saying just take an edible and spiral out. Bro, I don't do drugs. But if I did, I would be very scared to do it with Tool. Some of my friends do, partake, but they don't be listening to shit like this. They just be listening to hip hop music, right? Rap music. Conscious rap. But Tool though, oh man. Like, this would probably freak me out. A lot of people in the comments have been saying, yo, I've always had a great experience. Hey, man, that's y'all. I'm new to this. Like, I feel like an alien will pop up right next to me and shit. Like a baddie alien, though. Sounds like psychedelic freaky. Like those aliens from the Scary Movie. The parody one. Yo, those drums, the way they're... Oh, wow. The way the song is mixed, it sounds like all around my brain. There's like drums playing like all around. What the fuck? That did something to my mind I don't know how to explain. That was crazy. It did remind me of this one story in high school. So to have the drums ended like that is crazy. So this might have been my junior year or my senior year. I remember I came into class and out of nowhere, teachers just decides to like just switch the tables, right? The arranged seating, and now I'm sitting in this table. The three other people I'm sitting with, it's a group of four. I don't know any of these girls. I just, because I was in the other side of the classroom. It was a calculus class. Damn, I'm giving out too much information. I don't talk to any of them today, but they'll never find this video. And they were on the other side of the class, assigned sitting. It was first period. Nobody's awake for calculus first period, right? So I sit down. No, I come into class, and then teacher's like, "All right, you're gonna sit here." I sit there. There's three other girls in my group, and then apparently one of them, she had just started. Had just started smoking, and she had been smoking for months now, but I guess she bought some from this dude in the school, and his shit was very, very strong, and she had like an extremely crazy trip or whatever. She thought she was overdosing, essentially. She thought it was lace, so she ended up going to the hospital. The dude that she sold it to was hella scared because he thought he was gonna get caught, and then she was gonna snitch, and he was gonna go to jail. But for some reason, I thought of that because this girl, I doubt she listens to Tool or anything like this. If you know what I'm saying, like I don't know how to explain her. Like I don't want to give out too much information. She definitely does not listen to Tool. And I'm just so scared. If I were to do that one day, I probably have an experience like her. That shit is insane. But anyways, track 7 is Tempest, but it has like a 7 in front. 7 Tempest? I don't know. Yeah, apparently everything that she's had before was pretty whack, and then when she bought from that dude, that shit was extremely potent. Cause she was friends with the other two girls in the group, and she was telling them, and I was just kind of sitting there like, okay. I just get into class, man. I had just got in there. That is disgusting. Oh. Bro, how can I keep calm with this? You see the big switch up from last track to this one? I'm telling you, their guitar work is wow. Wow, 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 wow. There it is. Yeah, there it is. The fast-paced part. Yeah, I thought it was gonna come a little sooner, but yeah, they let it breathe for a little bit. Oh, wow. That shit sounded like a laser just shot through. The guitars sound like they're opening a world for you. I'm imagining this part being played right now in a live setting. They do let the instrumental rock out for a very long time. Like in this song, I'm listening to the individual parts. And when it comes to guitar, because I play guitar, I'm trying to picture, you know, playing this myself. Dun, 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 dun. Fuck, man. That guitar is crazy. Bro, their riffs are kind of like, it's like they're shaking you and stopping you. Oh, wow. God. Whew. Damn. That section was really good. Well, this section sounds like they're talking to you directly. Sometimes you have to remind yourself that this is real life when you listen to them sometimes. Tempest is insane. I'm sorry if that was a boring, or if this video I'm sorry if this whole video has been a boring reaction, bro. When I listen to Tool, bro, I'm eyes closed. I'm fully immersed into the music, man. I'm not even in this world. I don't really watch any other reactors. When I do, it's primarily hip hop stuff, and it's from like the OGs, from like when reactions first started happening, right? Shout out to Big Quint. But I would be curious to see other people's reactions to Tool, because maybe it's just me, because I'm not a guy who's like gonna throw some shit around. I'm not a guy who's in fucking do a front flip. You know, I can't do that. I'm a very chill guy. But when it comes to Tool, man, I can't help but just sit in silence and close my eyes and, you know, be wherever they're putting me. So I would be interested in seeing other people and see how they react to this and see how it kind of makes them move or feel. But anyways, Tempest. That was a very, in terms of subject matter, chaos and kind of how do I say this, like uncontrollable destruction. Because I could be wrong, because a tempest must be just a tempest must be just. I'm trying to think about the lyrics, and I don't know, maybe I got it wrong, right? But that was an almost 16-minute track. Very, very crazy guitar work, whether it's soloing, rhythmic work. Crazy, bro. when I'm listening to that song, I was picturing myself and some of the technique that's used, like for example, hammer-ons, pull-offs, or like maybe a pinch harmonic, things like that. Right? I'm picturing how these are sounding, how this is playing, the technique in which it's played, the dynamics in which it's played, and there is a lot of complexity in that, and that's just from me hearing it. Right? I haven't even attempted to play it, so that in itself was that guitar work is insane. But I can say that for a lot of tracks, but that one, wow, that one was very complex. But now to the last track, which is Mocking Beat. Oh, this one doesn't have no lyrics. What? Are we outside in the jungle? I mean, I think it's just a bunch of birds chirping. We did hear a very tiny bit of dialogue earlier. You see, I would like to ask him, what made you make this as a track in its own, and the other interlude tracks that were there, way different than the songs that came before it and after it. Like, what makes you want to put that into an album? That's what I'm very curious to know. Yeah, because that was like a very abstract ending to this album. Look, this is only a first reaction. I gotta learn a little bit more. I gotta listen to this. I gotta do some research on the entirety of the meaning of this album and what they intended for this to be. Yeah, Mockingbee was, that was very abstract. But that concludes the first reaction to the final Tool album, which is Fear Inoculum. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this album came out 10 plus years later, so there was a lot of people being excited to listen to this from what I was told in the comments. But yeah, this one, I would feel like it's their most patient and mature album. Earlier, I've mentioned this a handful of times now. Like, this would be an album I would start somebody off with if they're getting into Tool music, just because it's more calmer and meditative in comparison to their other albums, right? Because even their first project, Undertow, that is a very raw and aggressive project. Anima, that is full throttle. Lateralist, that is another full throttle album that makes your mind melt. So this one and 10,000 Days, I feel like it's more so along the lines of beginner friendly, of digesting the music. So I would say that about this. And for a person like me who can really enjoy all aspects of their discography now, I've gotten used to the very heavy side of things. So when I came to this album, it was a lot more easy to digest. So listening to this one, and as you've been seeing through my Tool reactions, by the end of the videos, I'm very mentally drained. This one, I'm not necessarily mentally drained, but I feel like I've definitely got into a space where I was fully immersed in the music and I was gone. And I was able to kind of understand it better from a music side of things. I feel like a lot of the instrumentation on this album really focuses on kind of coming together and taking you onto this trip or this world. I've said it so many times. The bass lines for this band, amazing. The guitar work, crazy. The drums, crazy. I feel like all of them really showed out in a new way in comparison to their other albums, right? Each album has a very distinctive kind of way of going about things, and I think a different style of the way the instruments are being played. This one, you can really see it, especially when it comes to the guitar and the drums, because they're a little bit more patient and they seem a little bit more explosive at times. It's very, I don't know how to explain it. They just went in a different side of things for this album, and I could really appreciate that as myself coming from an R&B listener, and you can see by the background, very hip hop and R&B esque. Lil Wayne, Frank Ocean, Weeknd, J. Cole, Travis Scott, Michael Jackson. We got Bryson Tiller in there. We got another band which is Boston, which is a rock album that's very much way different sounding than this one. So you can see by the vinyls in the background, like, yeah, this is all new to me. But yeah, man, I really enjoy this one. It's gonna be hard ranking the albums just because they all have their own pretty good, unique sense of style. But if it comes to recommending this to newer listeners getting into metal music, this would be a good start, right, for your Inoculum. But yeah, in the future, I do plan to post a video of me ranking the albums and my personal tastes, and that's obviously after I sit with this album for quite some time, and also a video of what I learned and kind of my experience listening to the Tool. If y'all care about it, if you care about it, let me know in the comments so I can make that. If not, I just won't make it. It's completely fine. But yeah, hopefully y'all enjoy the journey. It's been pretty fucking crazy, to say the very least. A lot of these videos, man, mentally draining. Like I went through it. I went through it for real. Let me know in the comments any other suggestions for, bands or discography deep dives you want me to do. Until next time, catch you on the next one.